What's up, everybody? Matt Ambrose here for NJIT Athletics. Isaac Van Zomeren from men's lacrosse sitting down with me to kind of preview the upcoming season for men's lacrosse once we hit spring. So, Isaac, just kind of take me through kind of the vibe around the team. You're in fall practice right now, but what it's been like so far?
Yeah, so last year we had 19 seniors. We had a very old group. Coming into this year, we only had 3 returners, and we brought in 16 freshmen. So we're a very young group right now, and part of what comes with that is making sure we're staying connected and building that connectivity. Last year's team, part of our success was everyone meshed very well together, everyone was connected. So what we're really working on right now with a lot of the younger guys is meshing them with the team and making sure that we're all connected and on the same path forward. Something that Coach Wolf always emphasizes is logs on the fire and pound the stone. So what does that mean to us? Pounding the stone means a stone splitter can hit the stone 100 times and it's not going to crack. But then on the 101st time, it's going to split open. So that kind of reiterates, how are we going to work off the field? Every team is practicing the same amount of time we do in the fall. So how are we going to close the gap and get better as a team and get more connected? Well, you pound the stone. So you work off the field constantly to continue to close that gap and then throw logs on the fire. So getting extra work in, whether it's shooting, playing wall ball, and doing other activities that are going to develop us not only as a lacrosse player, but also as a team to get closer together.
I want to touch on quickly that start to last season. You guys had the most wins in program history, but the 7-0 start. How do you build off that in 2025?
I think it will be reflected in terms of our schedule. We're picking up with a little bit harder teams to prepare us more for in-conference, but also realizing we don't have to be 7-0 to start, right? It's a gradual process. Can we get 5% better each day, 2% better each day? If we can stack a good practice on good practice on good practice and do that, whether we start 7-0 or maybe we go 4-7, we're going to see the progress and success that we want at the end of the day, which hopefully is going to accumulate in, a good season that takes us into the conference championship.
You're one of the team captains of this group. What pride does that instill in you, and how do you kind of take that role and be the leader or one of the leaders of this team heading into this year?
I don't think there's any greater honor to have not only the alumni who are voting, players that are coming back, but having 40-some, 50-some dudes give you the privilege of being a leader on the team and also voting you in as a leader is an honor that I take truly to my heart, and I think is one of the most blessed things I've ever had. But what does that mean for me? Coach Wolf iterated this. You were chosen for what you were already doing. You don't need to change your personality. You don't need to become louder. You just need to connect with your team and do what you've been doing these last 4 years for me. For some people, it's going to be 5, 6 years, depending on when they're elected captain. But just staying true to yourself and making sure that you're not changing who you are just because you're a captain. You were elected for a reason.
One of the mantras of this program, FPO. Tell me what that means and how important that is for this program.
Fast, physical, and organized. That's how we like to play. So we like to play fast, shot save, over the top, you're running down, scoring. Physical, we like to be physical team, we like to bring it to them. And then organized in every facet. So organized on defense, organized on transition from defense to offense, and then obviously organized on offense. And that carries on to pass the field as well, making sure we're organized in the weight room, getting the stuff on time, and being a dialed program.
You head into your graduate season here at NJIT. Take me kind of glimpse over the time you spent here in Newark, and then kind of what's next for you. I know you got some time.
Yeah.
I don't want to jump ahead
No,
too far,
yeah.
kind of what's next for you once you graduate.
What's next for me graduating? I guess as you mentioned, we'll touch a little bit on my time in Newark. Minnesota to Newark, a big jump. But it's been amazing. COVID was a rocky year. I spent 25 days quarantined my freshman year, fall semester. But as those kind of lifted and you started connecting with the guys and playing lacrosse, it's an experience I'll forever cherish. And an experience that was so uplifting to me. I learned a lot about myself being away from home, being with new guys, and it's been a phenomenal experience in that, just kind of finding out who I am being away from home. But also, you come to realize that each year, you have 47 guys that are going to be your best friends for life. Whether you're calling them every day, down the road, say 10 years, you need somewhere to stay in Pennsylvania, or we have a couple teammates from California. I can call them and they'll be more than willing to put you up in a house or whatnot, which is a phenomenal feeling. And going kind of to the future, I just like to take it day by day, especially, with this being my theoretical last season, knock on wood if I don't get hurt, but just every day bringing it all, so whether it's practice or lift, and making sure that I'm doing things right and leading by example, and hopefully that'll get us to where we want to be.
Well, pumped to see the guys and what they can do this year, and just best of luck to you and the rest of the group as you head into the season.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much.
Isaac Van Zomeren from men's lacrosse.